Good morning. Why isn't my game up? That's concerning. I was loving on Miles for a bit. Well, none of my stuff is popping up. Why is that happening? Lucifer, good morning. Hold on. I just tested this. Okay, so why didn't... Alright, weird. I'm not sure why you didn't pop up, but good morning. Also... Okay, yeah, it seems to be taking a bit. So we're just gonna... Hopefully it's gonna... Alright, It's fine. It's still waking up. Alright. Good morning, everybody. June 16th. It's important for me. I'm still working on uploading stuff to YouTube, so I've been trying to begin streams with letting myself know what day it is, make it easier for myself. Good morning, Jonas. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing the best I can. And my counselor and I both agree that it's probably for the best that it's, I'm trying to stream every day. You guys have a positive effect on my life, but it's tough out there. I've been going through it, so going through some stuff. We're gonna do our best though. We're gonna stream and we're gonna hopefully have a nice evening. I'm turned up a little bit. The story's awful, but
That's where I am. Trapped in the media dimension. Rez is back and he's kidnapped me to get to you. He's attacking your secret island cave.
Hey, speaking of secrets, you want to see my...
Gex, quit clowning around and get me out of here. This place is giving me the creeps. Just dial me in.
You are now being so connected, babe.
Gex, listen up. Keep your watch on at all times so I can call you. Meanwhile, get me out of here. I need you.
Yeah, you and every other beautiful government agent trapped in a TV set. I'm on my way. Shlamita, Shlamaza, Luxembourg Incorporated. Hey, that tingles. Let's get ready for the ultimate gecko weapon, baby, yeah!
oh Christ. So in case you're not familiar with Gex, oh man, it's like a time capsule. It really is. It's a gecko, and he makes these pop culture references. But the games were made like a while back. This is a PS1 game. So the games are just full of these, not even really jokes, just late 90s, early 2000 references that are just terrible all the time. And it tries really hard to be like edgy, but it's just, God, it's just such a terrible game. I can't help it. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's one of those 3D collect-a-thon, like, you go into a level and you have objectives, right? So it's like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie. But the theme is like, he just, like, when you're running around, he'll crack jokes, and likely you're not going to understand what they are unless, like, you were around back then. But it really doesn't impact anything. It's just, that's like the charm of this game, is meant to be like these jokes he's making. But like the shtick is each level is based after either like a TV channel or like a genre. So you have like Christmas, there's horror, Gex 2 had a kung fu level, there's an anime level in this game, there's a western, like stuff like that. And I love this game even though it's terrible. But, it's I love games like you go into a level and you've got objectives and things. But yeah, let's get into it, I suppose. There are a couple things for us to grab though. Hold on. This is like the hub area. And here's a training bit, which I don't know if we unlock our moves, but it's a training bit. And there's a few things to grab here.
Press the attack button to tail whack those hideous.
I could agree with that. I think Mario Land 2 is just a really good game. Because Mario Land 1, like, story-wise and stuff, it did a lot of things differently, but it was still very much like a regular Mario game. Like, different enemies and stuff, but still more or less the same kind of thing. Mario Land 2 felt different than any other Mario game. Yeah, so I really appreciate it. That's not one you see people talk about too much, though. And I'm still kind of mad that Tatanga got snubbed for Mario Odyssey. Like, there was a moon level and everything. I'm mad about it. I don't... Hold on. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Tatanga was the final boss for Mario Land 1. And he appeared... Are you okay? Miles is attacking a box. He appeared again for one of the world bosses in Mario Land 2. Hey. Beads! I'm glad you're hanging out, Lucifer. I was gonna say, I think, like, both of them have weird enemies. To the point where Mario Land 2 has, like, sentient hockey mask monsters, and Mario Land 1 has, like, sphinxes, which I guess would be, I don't know, like, gun to my head, Mario Land 1 probably has more similar enemies, I suppose. But as far as, like, a game experience, like, how it handles, Mario Land 2, absolutely. Mario Land 1 feels like maybe it's like fast forwarded a bit, maybe like how it handles, but it still feels like a 2D jumpy Mario game. Mario Land 2, I don't know if it's just slowed down, but it feels like the physics in that game are so much more different. But I mean, you're allowed to disagree with me on that. That's fine. That's the way I feel about it. I don't seem to have my long jump. Hold on. There's only so many buttons. Where'd my long jump go? There it is. Guys, I found it. I'm not sure why my Z button is L2, but here we are. So... Oh, it's gonna really suck. Alright. You think so? 'Cause I disagree with you on that. But, you know, like I said, we're allowed to disagree on that. Because, like, the Koopas were still... I mean, they're still Koopas. They exploded when you stomped them. Like, Sphinxes, you ended up with some Sphinx enemies in Mario Odyssey and stuff. It's just, like... 2 was, like, you had pigs that spit balls at you. Like, there were some really weird things in 2. And there's like a vampire enemy in 2. It was like wild. Yeah. But there's exceptions, yeah, like you said, there's there's regular-ish enemies in both of them, so how am I gonna do this? I don't remember how I'm supposed to do this. I can't move the camera. Doing a long jump at this angle sucks. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but we're talking about, like, both of them have normal enemies. Like, both of them have things you could take out of them that would be like, oh yeah, that's a Mario enemy. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? Miles has been attacking his box this entire time. Are you okay? Oh my god. Oh, right. But no, both games have normal-ish enemies from Mario. It's just they also have some weird ones. And my stance is that Mario Land 2 has some weirder ends. Oh my god, we're gonna come back for that. That's gonna be later. It's so frustrating. Hold on, can I just like? No, of course not. Wait, hold on. I'm an idiot. I'm the idiot. I know how to. There's a much easier way to do that. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm gonna come back for that. Right. No, but yeah, Mario Land 2 has an actual vampire, which is weird. And those pigs, I'm not getting around those pigs. Those pigs are just bizarre. Yeah, there's alien pigs that shoot balls at you. I don't know. Couldn't tell you what they are. But no, I mean, like I was saying, I'm upset that Tatanga got snubbed for that. Because, like, it's not very often you end up with a final boss besides Bowser. It happens sometimes. It's not like never, but at the same time,
Chris Crouch whilst running to perform a deadly karate kick.
he usually is the final dude. Oops, that was bad. So, like, I'd like for them to, like, appreciate it a little more, like Wario didn't make the cut. Like, Mario Odyssey was funny because, like, it was like this big celebration of Mario, and it was, but it's weird how some of the stuff that they missed. Wario wasn't there even. They were gonna do a Isle Delfino area, but that got cut too. I don't know. Feels like there's some things that could have been. I played the DOS. I have not. I've seen it. I've seen people do that on GDQ, the speedrun business. It's not my kind of. Well, it doesn't look bad to me. It's just DOS games. I don't play a lot of DOS games actually. Play PS1, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo is typically my range. So I've done a couple DOS games. It's just so like with DOS games, not a lot of people play them. I know online, at least not as many like from the people I watch play games. And I don't have any nostalgic memories for them because I was just before my time. So it just falls just outside of my purview. Cause I mean I was just too late to play DOS. Like, my brother is more familiar with that than I am. My older brother. I was really just like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PS1 throughout my youth. Like, obviously there's a bit of a spread because it spanned several years, but I think I was just late to the DOS party by a little bit. Respect because
Get it on.
Doom and stuff. I get that. There's a few DOS games that I appreciate, that I have played and enjoyed. It's just, there's a lot of games I like. It's just some of them you play and you kind of like just forget about for a while. And with games like this, it really does sweeten the deal if I got a lot of nostalgic memories for this game. That's the fun thing about Twitch. You can search for games and you don't always find someone streaming every game that you like, but there's a lot of really obscure ones out there. To the point where every once in a while when I play a weird, obscure game, we'll get people who've been searching for that. That's nice for me. So like here, someone peed Santa Bites on this snowman. because this game's edgy, right? That's what we're working with here. That's this game in a nutshell. No, we had Game Boy is a really big thing. I think just about everywhere it came out here, Japan, because it was the first. I wasn't gonna say the first handheld, because of course not, but it was the first really successful handheld. It was the first one where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this can actually be a viable thing. So that was very, very. It did a lot, which is impressive because originally it started as a basically just a novelty, like you can play your Nintendo game away from home, and eventually it turned into its own kind of thing. Got good for its own reasons. So if we're talking about historically, yeah, it's fantastic. I've done a few Game Boy games on here. I've been meaning to do Metroid 2 on here sometime. I like Metroid 2. That's a gem of a Game Boy game. Although, haven't they done a remake of Metroid 2? I think they have, like graphics and stuff even. I'll be honest, I have a hard time keeping up with modern games. I usually just do my Super Nintendo 64, PS1, periodically do a Steam game. Okay. So I see we're getting these fly tokens. You get 100 of those, you get remotes. And like I said, Mario 64, you get these, you go into a level, you have objectives. Unfortunately, like Mario 64, once you clear out an objective, you have to leave the level and start over. So you can't do multiple, so like Banjo-Kazooie, you can get multiple jiggies. That's the downside here. Besides a couple other things, but as bad as this game is, I love it. It's very likely it's a nostalgia thing. Can't help it. I think a lot of nostalgic memory. Like I said, I have a fondness for these 3D collectathons, go into a level and do objectives. But also just the concept of these like worlds that you go in based on TV channels. I think they could have done a better job with these because like they're more focused on making it funny. But I love that idea. Because you could do a lot of really cool stuff with that. Alright, you beat Santa there, you get a remote for that. I think there's 4 remotes in each level. There's one for the 100, and there's 3 objectives. So Santa's one, the ice sculptures is one, and I think snowboarding is one. Yeah, I think. If there's 3, if there's, yeah, I know for a fact that is, but now I'm starting to think that maybe there's a 4th one. I don't think that's right. Okay, it is going to tell you 4. So that's gotta, hold on, that's gotta include the 100 then. Yeah, that has to include the 100. Okay. I wasn't sure if you got one for killing the elves or not. I don't think you do. Yeah, you shouldn't, right? Conflict. I've been meaning to go back and do Crash Bandicoot 2. Crash Bandicoot 2 is another one I have a lot of fun with. That's one of my other... I've got a few games that I love to do 100%. And Crash 2 is one of those, easily one of those.
After an eggplant bender.
You get enough of those paw prints, you will, I think it's 25. If you get 25 of them, you get an extra health. So you see those green paw prints, that's your life. Every time you get 25, you'll get a gold border around your paw print, and that represents another hit. So you can have up to 8. Those coins are for unlocking mini games and, collect the Duncan. Ah, Crafty, good morning. How are you doing today, friend? Relaxing with some Gex. Oh god, hold on. Did I fix this problem I had? Please let me say I fixed this. Oh my god. Right. Arrgh. I've got a problem with this emulator where it does certain graphical effects really weirdly. On some games it's more obvious than others. I was doing Chrono Cross and you can see we're on a pirate ship and the whole background was getting distorted. It was that. Some games it's more noticeable. In this game, when you're underwater, that it just makes the whole screen blue. Which is very not great. There's a fix to it, I just, off the top of my head, can't remember it. Hold on, what was it? This emulator is great, you just have to know which buttons to push. And I do not. So, what's underwater? Can we come back? Because if I can come back and grab whatever it is, that's like we can do that. Like that's fine. To be honest, I'm not about to one-shot this whole experience. So what's down here? Anything besides a fly token? Yeah, we can just come back. Oh, that's fine. That'll be all right. I'll figure out how to fix that and we'll come back. The only levels that should give us trouble are this one, the Mystery Channel, and the Anime Channel, I believe. But I do remember the fix being easy, I just gotta remember what it is. But this one, like, only kind of, because we need those paw prints, but at the same time, it's not. We can come back and do them. Those other 2 levels, we'd have to leave. Like, there's fly tokens that we need to get that way. So we couldn't leave and come back like we can with this level.
Donner party for 20. Donner party for 20.
So well, these guys you climb where you get that coin, I know that.
You have the moves of a young Rudy Gillespie. Auditions for the shiny righteous way.
Once we get done with this remote, I'll see if I can figure out what that was. This yeah, like this emulator is great. It's just you have to know which buttons do what. It's like piloting a rocket ship. It's very capable. You just have to figure out what the buttons do. So we can get Yep. Okay. We need to get the 100 fly token one, and then, like I said, we'll see about that. Fixing the thing. Especially for this level, that's the only real time-consuming one, because each of the objectives are actually very fast.
Hey, I'm snowboarding here. Oh, great, another snowboarding game.
Okay. I believe if you go down through each of the gates, you get a coin or something. So let's do that.
Warning, yellow
Maybe.
pass, warning. Oh, Herbie, I wanna be a dentist.
We need 5 more. We need 7 more. And then that's the last of the coins. We're missing 3 paws, but 2 of those are underwater, so we know where those are. So we're missing 1 paw print and 7 fly. Okay. I'm about positive we didn't search the entirety of that first area. We kind of like rushed through that bit, so they're likely there.
Check me out. I'm extreme. Tell me, does this outfit look dope or just dopey? My tail
So we'll make sure it wasn't them. Those are difficult ones because they'll give you fly token. We had a hard time last time we did this on stream. Doing 100%. We in the western level there's chickens that run around like that. But there's like dozens of them and each of them has a fly token. So you're looking at this group of chickens like, alright, did I hit all of you or not? Because you're all just running around randomly. It's difficult. What about you? Hey!
My favorite holiday, Halloween.
Okay. We had to have done these. I'm assuming they'll be on top of a building or something. Probably. There, yep, there would be the ones. Alright, cool. Oh, and when you get your first objective remote in each level, you'll get yourself another little cutscene with Gex and Agent Extra, which is the human lady, and it's always really stupid. So we got that to look forward to. It's part of this game's charm. Oh, we still have to find that last paw print though, don't we? Yeah. It's alright, we'll get the remote and then we'll go for that. After we fix up our emulator. I'm really hoping I remember how to fix it. Because it's just one option you have to toggle on and off. So fingers crossed I can find it.
Oh, Herbie, I wanna be a dentist.
Alright, guys, get ready for the
Call
just
me Chili Vanilli.
terribleness.
Lock and load, little lizard.
They're bad to different degrees, so we're gonna say. Some are worse than others.
Nice work, Frosty. You're getting warmer.
Not warm enough. When this is over, I say we perform a few experiments with Buddy.
Good technique, but that hat does nothing for me. Now how about you focus that extreme sports tale of yours on getting me out of here?
Yep. Gotta have a piece of chocolate. We're gonna. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can fix this business. Well. I shouldn't be. Nope, don't do that. Backspace, backspace. Just video layout. That don't seem right. Latency related to video. You know. So hold on. What if we backspace? Okay, I think this is what we want to do. Actually, hold on. Because we go to those settings, because this is the emulator settings versus the game settings. Video. Guys, we're getting warmer. I can feel it in my bones. Kind of. I don't know. Wow, let's not mess with that. Let's not do any of those things. So I feel like it's in here somewhere. I just cannot figure out. Hold up. Wait, this is the one that I believe that was it. We had to change that to Vulcan. Oh God, are you gonna restart? Because I wish you wouldn't. But I suppose, like, wait, why did you? Why is it? Hold on. What is happening here? Okay, so it kicked me out of my game. Hold on then. I mean, if that's the case, let's, I mean, I found where the thing is. We just got it. For some reason, it's not sticking. It doesn't seem to have liked that I did that while the game was going. So let's just do that otherwise. Apologize, it's gonna take just another second while we do that, but I did find the thing I was looking for, so that's good. Okay, so it's still Vulcan. Okay, so I'm gonna get back into the game. It didn't save, which is unfortunate, but we'll be able to go to that area immediately and make sure it saved before we continue. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying that we still need to like load the core and everything. So hold on. Can you like get right there? We go. So loaded the core. Okay, yeah, it's still Vulkan. It should have worked. It didn't give me trouble last time, so like disappointing that it kicked us out of the game, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Let's adjust our. Let's actually help. Yeah, it was stretched slightly horizontally. We're still like. That's actually closer to the original dimensions of the game, so that's good. Alright, cool. So yeah, we'll check immediately to see if that fixed the thing. Should have. That's how I fixed it last time. We'll find out. It's too bad I didn't think to make a save state first. Or did it? Hold on. No, it said 0. So it made a file. I don't know what all it saved. It may have just been an empty. Yeah, okay, right. Nothing. So it made a save when the game first started. That was it. Alright. Let's go find out. And if that worked, that'll also help me with my Chrono Cross. I've been having trouble with, like, certain areas look really messed up.
The new John Isaac. My name's Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl. Come here, you little vermin. I made your ice for Terrell. Somebody tell Jackie Brown I found her hat. This house.
Hey, guys, come on. Sometimes I fix things. Okay. Man, I'll take some medicine and something. Sad all the time. Alright. Ari, good morning. You just arrived just in time. I just got done doing some technical stuff. I fixed it. How are you doing today, friend? We're taking some medicine and we're gonna, play a video game that we enjoy. A terrible, terrible video game that we enjoy. But yeah, the game didn't save. We got like a little bit done, but the game didn't save. So instead of redoing that, we're gonna go over to this level instead. You can't. You need remotes. That's fair. Oh, naps are very valuable. I miss naps. I wish I could take naps. Plat Chaser. I agree entirely. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our hive. Glad to have you. No, I agree. Okay, I know it's asking for quite a bit, but I've always wanted a Gex 4. And like I was saying earlier, I love the premise to this game so much more than like the game's fine. I love the game. But I feel like you could do so much with the gimmick of like different channels. in my I know if they made a Gex 4 today, it could be so good. Breaks my heart. Like, imagine, like, I don't know, because as much as I love this game, Gex is like a time capsule, like all the old references and stuff. I feel like it almost has to look dated. Like, if it didn't look like it came out in 2000, that would seem kind of weird to me, but like, I'm willing to accept I might be the majority or minority thinking that way, but like, I don't know. It kind of needs to be like this is Gex, like just old and dated, but you know, we love it anyway.
Night, night, baby. This is from Mr. Sinatra.
Oh god, you know, it's just a shame that we don't own a video game company, because we would do that today. We would get that done. But no, like my idea for Gex 4, hear me out. Because like streaming sites are a thing now, right? Like you could easily do something with that. Make your hub Netflix, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm a lunatic. Probably. I don't know. They don't let me design video games. There's a lot of old mascots that I feel like, well, that was the thing, like back in the like Super Nintendo, early in the PS1, the 3D business, companies were really trying to push their 3D character, or their character mascots, because that's how you ended up with like Bubsy and Arrow the Acrobat, and like, it was a wild time. I've downloaded several games on here that I haven't got around to stream yet, but like, it's funny looking at some of these characters that you just forgot about. I do a lot of Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PS1 stuff on here, so if you are a fan of older games like that, I think you'll fit in. Oh my god, I've got a point purchase for dad jokes, but since you're kind enough to join us here, let me toss you a free dad joke. I make dad jokes a purchase. I take them very seriously. Well, I'll make sure I make them purchasable, because that makes me have to keep a high standard. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys jokes that are worthy of your points. Let me see. Well, I'll just, you know, toss you a couple of my favorites. You seem pretty rad, and I don't see any reason why you shouldn't have a dad joke. But no, we do a lot of. I mean, if you want to, I can't make you, but I'd appreciate it. Amber, one of my mods around here, Amber, she has amazing jokes too. But I'll give you a couple and see how you feel about them.
Eat this.
He was outstanding in his field, thank you. Alright, hold on. So, a pony walks into a bar, goes up to the bartender and says, "Can I trouble you for a glass of water? I'm a little horse." Oh darn, I missed. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. I try to make sure I got good dad jokes for you guys. I'm a cat dad myself, so hold on. Wait. Now that you're following, I actually have some follower emotes of them. Hold on. Those are my kids. So, just so you know, I have the credentials. I myself am a father. I have dad jokes. That's kind of like what we do around here. Dumb jokes, old video games. We're nice to each other, you know. It's very important to us that we're all really good to each other around here. kind of a wholesome family kind of thing, but also dumb jokes and bad video game playing. I'm terrible at video games. Oh god, I don't even know why I play them. Didn't they do? Am I thinking of something else? I thought they did like a graphical Chrono Trigger thing, but I might be wrong about that. I mean, apparently I'm wrong about that. I'll be honest. The reason I say I'm not sure is because, okay, yeah, you said Chrono Trigger. I was thinking Chrono Cross when you said Chrono Trigger. My bad. That's me. I thought you said Chrono Cross. I'm like, I thought they did. Okay, I get it. Gotcha. And the reason I said I think is because I play so many old games I don't actually know for a fact. Like, if you would have told me that they didn't do a Chrono Cross remake, I probably would have just believed you. Like, I have a hard time keeping up with stuff. I play a lot of just old cartridge games. Try to play new ones every once in a while, though. I've done a few Steam games on here. Big fan of, we're playing through Spiritfarer right now. That was a really fun game so far. Binding of Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, fan of those. Few games.
And 1 and 2, you're a candy cane and dancing.
I mean, it's only bad if you yourself consider it bad, I suppose. It depends. Do you want to know more or do you want to know less? Because I think there's nothing wrong with the Gex jokes. Some of them are a little uncomfortable, but you know, we're all adults here. I think like that's the thing. I'm never gonna. I'll go to bat for Gex. Like, I enjoy the heck out of this game. It's still a bad game. Like, I'm willing to admit it's a terrible game, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. And they need to make a new one. It's always been a guilty pleasure of mine. Like, I always feel a little weird telling people I like it, but I do. It's fun. It's just kind of like, it is dumb, and you can tell it's all meant just to be like funny. The game itself doesn't take it too seriously, like, and I don't think we should. The game is just trying to have fun. And any game where it's like those 3D collectathons, like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, those are my favorite. So like, this is 10 out of 10 for me. You did like Gex 2. I will say, I got to Gex 2 a lot earlier in my youths. I played a lot of Gex 2 before I got my hands on Gex 3. Like, clearly, right? But, I think I didn't play Gex 3 until, like, high school. Because I had to download an emulator for it. I didn't have an actual copy of it. Whereas Gex 2, I did have a physical copy of that. I love Gex 2, I will say. In my mind, it's kind of like the blueprint for Gex 3. Because Gex 1 was like its own thing, like 2D platformer. And Gex 2 is like the first 3D one. I feel like this one took what Gex 2 did and just like built upon it. So like, in my mind, it's Gex 2, but like more and better. But I've also got a lot of really good nostalgic memories for Gex 2, and I can absolutely understand why you would feel that way. So I get you. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I think I see where you're coming from when you say that.
The inside of Santa's den after an eggnog bender.
Floats about the base. Oh, in the, like, up in the air in mission control, just like up there. I think you need the vampire cape, because the vampire power gives you like a glide. If we're talking about the same one, I think, maybe. There's a few in Mission Control that are very weird to get. The one just outside of the mystery level, it's like the intended way to get it is so specific. It feels almost like you're cheating, like you're cheesing the game in some way, like you're doing it unintended. Like, but it's wild. Like the only way to get it is just like, are you sure that you're supposed to do this and I'm not just cheating? But you know, like I was saying, these games are not. I mean, they're not perfect or anything, but I like them. By doing the time trials, in the vaults, you'll see in the front of the vault there's like 4, I think, squares. Certain mini games. If you have enough coins, you can unlock those mini games that are throughout the hub area. Certain mini games, instead of giving you codes and things, they'll give you a sort of badge, like a silver shape. It'll either be like a triangle or like a diamond or a star or something. If you get all 4 of those shapes from the mini games, the vault will open for you. So, short answer is you have to beat 4 specific mini games. So I'm kind of long-winded sometimes. I apologize. I have fun and I ramble. Well, no, like I said, I'm glad you decided to stop by, hang out a little bit. I find playing a variety of older games like this, you get people who like have good memories of these things and they like watching, they like hanging out and playing. This is really, guys, we found the final boss. Get back here, you walnut. Alright. For me, streaming is like you know how like back in the day you and a buddy would be sitting on a couch together playing like Gunstar Heroes or something. Like you order a pizza, you stay up late, you know, like for me it's like that because like we're adults and I live far away from everybody. But this is that. It's just like electronic. Like we're not on the same couch, but we're on the internet playing games and chatting and making jokes, you know. Yeah, you get a coin if you go through each of the I was calling them gates. I don't know what to call them because I'm not a snowboarder, but you know, I was calling them gates, but just because they're like enclosed loops. But yeah. I mean, no shame. I remember. I'm playing through this game 100%. So like, you know, I love this game, but as much as I love retro games, I don't know what it is. My brain makes me play through them 100%. Doing I frequently do Donkey Kong Country 2 on stream 102%. That's my favorite game, like just favorite game. But we do a lot of different games on here. We're actually in the middle of I say middle, but I'm not sure if that counted. Probably not. We're partway through a Chrono Cross playthrough. And that's one I've never actually beaten before. I've played it before, I've never actually beaten Chrono Cross, so we're working our way through that right now. RPG going, doing this. Just wanted to hop on for a little bit of streaming and this sounded fun. Another one I wanted to do is, another game I love completing is Crash Bandicoot 2. That's one of my favorite games to do 100%, so I've been wanting to go back and do that one a little bit. Oh, the old one. Absolutely the old one. And that's who I am as a person. We're missing 3, so likely that means we're missing a mailbox. Because each of those mailboxes has exactly 3 in them. As well as 1 paw. Okay, so let's find those 3 and grab the remotes. Because at that point we can leave and come back. You just have to be careful with the flies. Make sure you get all 100 before you leave the level, because it will not save them for you.
Luckily, I'm wearing my performance.
So we did both these guys, right? It's by Santa. I thought we got that one, but I might be like, clearly I'm missing one. So like,
The inside of Santa's candy.
wait, hold on. Is there one up here on the like? Maybe. Probably not.
My favorite
Let's find out. We're missing one. I swear I got the one by Santa, but I could be wrong. Like, I'm very scatterbrained. I also take medication to help with certain things, and it makes me very just spacey. So like, you have to excuse me if I ramble and get confused. So it's got to be a mailbox. Hold on, it's you. No, really. I'm mad. Okay, so. Oh god, yeah, the fairy tale level. It's funny because you think that'd be a terrible level because like you fall and you have to like climb any level that requires you climb. But it is a good level. Yeah, I agree with you. I kind of like the anime level, but I think I'm biased just because I'm like a weeb. Okay, guys. I've got a sneaking suspicion we figured out where the... I don't want to make any promises or anything, but I think I figured out where it is. We're gonna go investigate.
This place is colder than Eva Gabor's wig fridge. Donner party for 20. Donner party for 20.
God, I love... Okay, there we go. I will say... They got rid of some of the levels from Gex 2 in this. They like... There's no horror level in this, but they kind of like smushed horror into mystery, which is kind of weird to me. But they smushed horror and mystery together, which I think is a missed opportunity because like there's so much you could do with horror that they didn't get to do in this game because they had to also do mystery. That's disappointing to me. One improvement I'll say I think that they made is that in Gex 2, they had to reuse the same level multiple times. You had multiple cartoon, you had multiple dinosaur. And I don't think I liked that. Just because like you get more of a variety this way, right? So hold on, so we got the last time we were here we got all the flies, we were missing one of the paw prints. Now we're missing 3 flies. Oh, so missing 3 flies. Okay. I can't think of where else it would be here. It's not on the roof, so likely. Oh, I think I might know where it is. Hold on. I don't think we clobbered the penguins in this middle area here. Maybe. I'm not sure. Alright, let's find out. Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. Right. Well. Then they're in that last area. Hold on. We did want to see what was up here, though. Right. So I'm not like tearing my hair out over it. We just actually like we got all 100 of these, and then my emulator was having an issue, so we had to fix that. And we have to do it again. So we just got done doing this, but somehow I'm still missing one. 3. We know how it is. Well, let's try over here. That's alright, we're gonna... I mean, it's embarrassing more than anything, but we'll be alright. Ah, Shiny Wave. Good morning. How are you doing today? You and Shiny and the children. Shiny told me they went to a sort of spa thing and they were very good, and I believe that entirely. Good news, team, we found him. Oh, blessed. In case you guys don't know, Shiny wife and Shiny, my brother, have a couple puppies, Coco and Prince, and they're the goodest doggos. 10 out of 10 doggos. They can smell very bad if they want to, but very good doggos. Oh, my heart. Oh, God. Thank you. That's blessed. Appreciate for that. I don't have a cute doggo, but I've got a box of like honey buns on my desk, and that's been spurred me forward. Rude. Churlish and insubordinate. Dark Souls 3. I'm not sure what kind of Dark Souls 3 you've been playing, but there's some cute doggos. Yeah. Yeah, they also smell better, but wow, I was gonna say they don't make your heart as happy, which is probably true, but I don't want to undersell how important honey buns are, because they're very important. But you know, Coco and Prince, they're 10 out of 10. We already watched this cutscene earlier in the stream, so I'm just gonna do one of those and skip it. As much as I love this game, the cutscenes are, you know, I'm not going to rewatch any of them, right? I think that's fair.
Let's get it on.
Once per cutscene, right? Let's go fight Santa Claus. And I believe that was everything else, right? Yeah. I mean, if we're being fair, grass do be pointy and hot. So I understand that. I mean, in this economy, though, no, if you say so, take your word for it. Oh, jeez. Oh, I was hanging out with Shiny on stream recently. God, I hate this fight so much. Depth perception is just a monster with it. Like, look at this. The timing is so much worse than you'd imagine. God. But I finally got logged back into Twitch on my laptop. God. So I can. I mean, I was watching him on stream last time, but really, I can actually be in chat now. You hit it and it still hurts you. The window to hit that box is so ridiculous. I'm mad. I've always hated this fight. It's just terrible. Alright. But no, yeah, I was able to hang out with him, but I got logged in and I was very, very happy. That's fine. The good news is it's like right at the beginning of the level, so it's fine that way. It's just like you see how like it takes an amount of time for his tail to go around his body. You have to actually hit it like you were really actually hitting it with his tail. I swear to you, I hit that. Oh my god, I'm mad. It's like I know I'm hitting it and it still hits me. I'm upset. All right, guys, you and me, Santa. Let's razzle dazzle. Fight me, you nerd. Right. God. I'm full of so much hate right now. Okay, hold on. Just. Yeah, I got razzled by Santa Claus. You know. You know, Shiny, if the world don't move to the beat of just one drum, though, you think about that, right? And what might be right for you might not be right for some, and you really have to keep that in mind. Like, that's true now more than ever. Santa, I will crucify you. Nope, family friendly, we got it. It's fine. It's okay. I think what it is, you have to hit it. I think I was waiting just slightly too long to hit it. Maybe. It's so hard to tell. I promise you, if we played back the VOD and watched it in slow motion, I promise you I was hitting the presents with my tail. Chaser, I'm proud of you. Oh, man. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. We've killed Santa Claus, and you know, it's probably for the best. I refuse. Just tell me, please. Oh god, I took my medicine. What else? I got chocolate on my desk. Where's my chocolate? Chocolate. There's my chocolate. Alright. I keep chocolate next to my bottles of medicine because, yeah. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Saved it. Alright, we gotta kill some ice sculptures and then we can move on to the next level. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm a big fan of Jimmy John's. I don't know if I can condone eating a wrap instead of a sandwich, but like, you know, people have different foods for different reasons. Yeah, you want to try something new. I think I just like Jimmy John's bread so much, but that sounds really good. And I'm not surprised. I'm a big fan of Jimmy John's. They're I forget what they call their Italian, but their version of the Italian's really good. It's like ham, salami, pepperoni, lettuce, tomato, vinegar mayo, I think. Very tasty. James Jonathan. Thank you. Blessed. Oh, lovely. Oh, man. Both you and Shiny. 10 out of 10. Appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, that got me. You caught me off guard. Wasn't expecting it. Is that your favorite thing to get there now, or do you still have a favorite? You can pass along your sandwich preferences, and I would be the better for it. Or if you want to ask Shiny what his is, either I don't know. You know me, I like sandwich talk. So, I think there's a second ice sculpture in this area, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Usually. Frequently. Right. Got another bite of chocolate, we're gonna continue. Right. Bzzz. Thank you. I agree. Took the words right out of my mouth, even.
He's licking my face.
Only ever with permission. It's important that you ask first. And believe me when I say that is there is no good time to drop that in a conversation, let me tell you. You gotta rip that band-aid right off. Bless. Thank you. I don't know. I like some. I like some subs. Subway's got that chicken bacon ranch, and they've recently modified their Southwest Chipotle, so now it's like it's Chipotle something. I don't know, but it's really tasty. Like it got even better, which is wild. And an Italian sub is always good. Like I was saying, everyone has their own version of an Italian, which is like ham, salami, pepperoni, lettuce, tomato, provolone, little mayo, little vinegar, sometimes some onion. It's a good situation. So, I mean, it's a T before an L. Chipotle. I went to high school with a girl who would get really upset with people who pronounced it wrong. I mean, didn't we have the same conversation about mascarpone though? Mascarpone? Marscapone, there we go. Marcy, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I remember we had that conversation a while back about mascarpone. So it's funny that you bring it up about Chipotle, because I had a friend in high school who would get upset about that. Spicy on Italian urban cheese. Ooh. Pepper jack and Chaser likes it cheesy, and I respect you for that. Gotcha. That sounds like a really good one though, because I can get down to like a good pepper jack tomato sandwich, like toasted up a little bit. Oof, oof. Let me tell you, 10 out of 10. Chaser, go get you a sandwich.
My name's Daryl. This is my other brother, Daryl.
She's intimidated. Shiny life. I don't want to tell you how to live your life because that rhymes. But you know, if people didn't stand up for what they believed in, we would all be ruled by the British now. And you need to put your foot down. You need to tell your friend, you know, she's wrong. And you know, sometimes people get punched. It's the American way. That does sound really nice though. Grilled cheese. I like, you know what I like putting in my grilled cheese? Pickle. Do some thick slices of pickle in a grilled cheese. Oh man, oh man. I don't know why I love it as much as I do. It's very tasty. It's alright, you know, there's nothing wrong with loving food. That's my favorite thing to talk about on here, because I'm bad at video games, so I've got very little to talk about that way, but food, oh yeah. Or you know what else there's good? You know what else that's good? Grilled cheese are like a canvas for whichever. You can get creative with a grilled cheese, you really can. So it's like I'm losing my mind. I can't find the statue. It's like I tell people, call it a pizza grilled cheese. You make a grilled cheese, you put some mozzarella in it, right? And on the bread, you know how you butter some bread? Put some garlic, a little oregano on it. And then, like, you know, if you want some tappings, go ahead and put some pepperoni or mushroom or whichever, you know, follow your heart. But you can have a really good grilled cheese pizza situation if you want to badly enough. Ooh. That does sound really nice. Indy's got really good food though. As much as I miss you guys, I also miss the really good food in the area. The really good food in the area. I lived like 2 blocks from Yats, and I didn't appreciate it enough at the time. Mayo or butter? I go mayo. Or no, I go butter. That's a lie. I meant the exact opposite of what I actually said. I go butter. It's just, mayo gives it a tang butter gives it sort of like an unctuousness that I don't know, a richness that I appreciate, especially if you're getting some pickle on there. Did I like get all the statues and I'm just like hallucinating? Did we get all the statues and I'm just like haven't been paying attention? I've been having such good conversation, I think I just may have missed it. Let's go find out. I mean, curry is just like, I've had people describe curry as like Asian chili, and I'm like, that kind of makes me mad, but at the same time, yeah, I guess. Okay, so how am I missing a statue? Did I like not hit one of them enough? What's happening? Every single... I went through this level the first time and I got all 100 flies. Went through the second time, couldn't find all the flies. Went through the third time, can't find the statues even though I found them all the first and second time. What's happening? Yes. I think as Americans, anime belongs to us, but we're just letting them, we're letting Japan borrow it. I feel like that's a fair statement to make. I feel like nobody's gonna argue with that. Hold on. Gotta message Big. He's a good dude. All the time. I say this a lot. He's my second in command. If anything ever happens to me, first order of business, you make sure Big wasn't responsible. And assuming he's not, then he becomes the new me. He gets to take over. He really is. This stream would have burned to the ground a long time ago if it weren't for him. Alright, this is our last one. And we can get out of here. Well, they're saying it's tail time. Alright. We have another bite of chocolate to celebrate, and we're gonna keep going. Okay. Yes. Please. So like I mean, she's meant to be like that. That's why that was the purpose. They just found like a model, and they had her do the lines. But okay, so that paw print there, really, you get the cape that lets you glide, and you bounce off one of these things, and you can reach it. That's how you get that one.
And a 1 and 2, you're a candy cannon dancing.
Jingle Bell Rock.
100 flying coins.
I'm familiar. I haven't heard it in a while. I could, you know, I think I'm familiar enough. Probably, maybe. Depends if you're gonna quiz me on it, because I promise you I didn't study. So we should be able to do it right now. Like, you don't have to go into the level to do it. So let's actually see if we can get that right now. Huh. No way, he was also in my first grade class. This is where we find out where he was in everybody's first grade class. That's actually interesting. I don't know any celebrities, so I'm kind of jealous. Oh, could you imagine though, being the grandson of the guy who did that? Like, you'd never be able to measure up. Like, all right, no matter what I accomplish in my life, it's not going to be good enough. Well, I missed entirely. That is very embarrassing. All right. I mean, you know, things work differently in the 80s, I assume.
Beads!
Beads? That cutscene just cut me off. Beads! Yeah. Oh my god. It is so picky. Look at that. I'm mad. Like, once you've figured out how to do it, it should just give it to you, right? The camera certainly doesn't help. You gotta wiggle it a bit. Yeah, like, but if I didn't have to swing the camera around, I'm losing a little bit of distance that way. Yeah, there's some in the mission control area that are just really frustrating. There's no way that worked. Hold on. Really? Ugh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No. I'm getting this. No, I get you. You know, kids be doing stuff. Like, constantly. They never stop, really. Okay, so hold on. Oh, I hate that. Wait, I got an idea. Platform that rises from the ground. I feel like I need to get it this way just out of spite. Like, it's the principle of the thing. I'm actually gonna throw something. Okay. No, it's fine. Hold on. Hold on. Let me try something. We're fueled by spite and just a whole bunch of chocolate. Can I land on one of those lights? Let's find out. We're gonna be doing some science. Hold on. Actually, I've got a science animation just for situations like this. Let me throw up my science animation real quick. See if we can get to work right. Well, that didn't work right. Alright, hopefully that was better. Okay. Right. Oh, I've not actually read Dr. Stone. It's on my list. I've been meaning to get around to it. What am I doing here? Why can't I get it? You know why I can't get it this time? I've got so much pressure. I'm being watched. That's what it is. All right. So is it how many episodes does it go on for? Because I don't. Oh, they're gonna get it. All right, I'm giving up on like. I'm a little embarrassed, to be honest with you. I can't get this, but yeah, like it's always been really finicky. It's just like I don't remember ever having this much of a hard time with it. So that's be honest, it's embarrassing, but we're gonna continue after one more try. Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Hey. All right. Remember what I was saying? I'm terrible at video games, so that sounds about right. All right, we're gonna get them from the training area. Then we're gonna go to the mystery level. All right. It's very picky. Like we barely missed it many times. It's frustrating. But I'm very particular about anime. Like I'll watch a lot of anime, but it's just like there's so many good anime out there. And there's a lot of anime that go on for like hundreds of episodes. That's not the norm. That's like unusual. Most anime is like 10 to 12 episodes and like maybe a second season. And so for that reason, I've got a hard time justifying watching anything that takes more than like 50 episodes, because it's like, why? You could have watched so many other shows by now. Like, exactly. One Piece is never going to end. There's more than 1,000 episodes, and it's just going to keep going until the end of time. One Piece is going to keep going. The world is going to be a barren wasteland, and we're going to be wandering the barren deserts, killing each other with sharpened boomerangs for gasoline. And One Piece is still going to go out every week. It's the wildest thing. Humanity will be extinct, and One Piece will still be happening. It's just, I have people tell me it's a good anime, and like, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Can never justify watching anything that long. Because, like, there's so many really good shows that are 10 to 12 episodes. Like, you could, yeah, just, I think it's a waste of time. Like, I'll recommend a whole bunch of good shows, but they're never longer than that. Honestly, they would probably be more successful finding actual pirate treasure than waiting for the show to end. Probably. Like, if we're weighing the odds of you finding actual pirate treasure versus the odds of you surviving long enough to finish One Piece, probably the pirate treasure. Because pirate treasure actually exists. No shame. I've heard good things about it. I'll never know, but I've heard good things about it. Oh, there's actually that thing down here. And like, this is coming from a place where I myself have watched all of Dragon Ball Z, all of Naruto, all of Bleach. Shaman King was a good one. Not quite as long, but that was a good one. Full Metal Alchemist, good one. It's just like, with those, I grew up with those. Like, you have to understand, when I was young, we didn't have nearly as many options with anime as we do today. So, like, it was either Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, or nothing. That was it. So we watched what we had, and that was it. So by the time, like, anime became widely available like it is now, we were midway through all of that. We were already on episode like 300 of Naruto. We may as well just keep watching, right? $20.25. You know, I don't want to call the man a liar, but I'm going to be. You know, I'll wait for him to back that up first, because, right, it's hard to believe at this point. I love that he, like, calculated in his head, and he's like, 3 years from now, yes.
With this raincoat, I make a perfect Sherlock Holmes. Or a Flash. Ah, yes. The mystery of the two-brimmed hat.
Like, I'm not saying he's never gonna finish it. Like, it's just like it's what we like to joke about, because like that's the quintessential. Oh my god, this anime's been going on forever. Anime, right? I think I joke about it because like 1,000 episodes of anything is just horrifying. Like, that's more episodes than Doctor Who. That is scary. Actually, as much as I love Doctor Who, man, I love Doctor Who. Used to love Doctor Who. There we go. That's more accurate.
nothing better than a good menthol in the morning. Where is Alicia Silverstone when you need a real clue?
If he had all of this planned out for One Piece, I do not understand how someone could tell a story that's just like, oh my god, there's some long stories out there. My god. I don't think, like, because we say 1,000 episodes, and it's well past that. Wow, I mean, it's past that, let's say. But, like, it's easy to lose track of how much that is. Because you say episode. And keep in mind, an episode is roughly 20 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that every single minute of my life has value. It really doesn't. But 1,000 episodes multiplied by 20. That's 20,000 minutes plus. It's terrifying. Yeah, I'm cutting a little bit of slack because some of that is intro and some of that's outro, like credits. And I'm guesstimating, like I'm being generous and saying like 20. But still, that's terrifying. Because, like, yeah, you think 1,000 episodes, you have to keep in mind how much an episode is. Oh. Well, I mean, that's convenient if nothing else. You and him can go together on a joint birthday, like, save money and share guests. Sounds nice to me. We're talking about Doctor Who stuff, hold on. You said the 10th Doctor is your favorite. Ari, are you a 10th Doctor fan? Is that your favorite? Okay, I will say, I said I watched all of Bleach. That's not entirely true. I kind of lied about that a little bit. Because with Bleach, I didn't watch it, I read it. So, I've heard there's a lot of really gross filler. But the same with like Naruto and like every anime that gets adapted, they end up with a lot of really weird filler. But I read all of Bleach and I had a good time. Up until the defeat of the first main antagonist without any spoilers. And then they just decided that they needed to do more even though they really didn't need to do more. I'm trying really hard not to spoil anything. But if you're at all familiar with the final antagonist of Bleach, it was the biggest, like, oh, P.S., by the way, there's a new bad guy. It was, oh, man. Where's this flea at? It was like, oh, this guy that we've never mentioned until now, he's the real bad guy, and yeah, we're bringing it up now. I stopped when I realized I didn't like it. Well, I mean, yeah, that'll do it. Beads? Defoe, good morning. How are you doing today? I stopped when I realized I didn't like it. God, I love that so much. Yeah, that sounds about right. You like jazz? Oh, it's wonderful.
This is one ritzy joint for a video.
Yeah, there's a close to where my brother and sister-in-law, Shiny Wife's my sister-in-law, close around to where they live, there's a massive Doctor Who store. Really wanted to visit. Medieval's one I've played. I've never finished that one either. Not completely. But I wanted to get around to doing that one also. I didn't weigh in either. I love David Tennant. Like, I have a hard time because I love each of the Doctors for different reasons. And, like, I tried to quantify it. I really did. I was like, I was mad that I didn't have a favorite. So I tried to figure that out. I'm like, okay. I made a list of, like, my top 20 favorite episodes. And I counted to see which Doctor was in them, to see, like, which Doctor had the most episodes, right? Was my reasoning, because it's like, it's hard to tell because your favorite Doctor has more to do with, like, it's not just acting, it's also like writing, and it's like those big dramatic moments that are honestly, they go along with like lighting and special effects even. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. So I thought that was the best way to do it, and at the time, Matt Smith came out on top using that metric. But anytime I go to say Peter Capaldi isn't my favorite, my brain kind of gets mad at me for that, because he's just wonderful.
All this fancy stuff and no TV.
And like, yeah, I love them all so much. I have a hard time. Like, I could probably fairly say that Eccleston isn't my favorite, but like, likely just because he only had one season. That was the first season. Like, they still had no idea what they're going to do with the show yet. The budget was really tiny. Like,
Uncle Jed?
I think if he had another season, he'd be up there with the rest of them too. So I feel kind of weird saying that, but oh, hold on, what am I missing?
And this is to go even further beat.
Even further beat. Thank you, Big. Appreciate it. Hold on. Atomic Habits. I've not heard of it. I apologize. I was gushing about Doctor Who and I realized I missed some conversation. I will say, as much as I was hugely in favor of Whittaker becoming the new Doctor, because I recognize there was like a big thing for a while. Like, there's a lot of people like foaming at the mouth mad about it. There's a lot of people being supportive of it, and I want you to know that I was very supportive at the time. And I'll even go so far as to say I think her acting is fun. The writer, Chibnall, just like drove Doctor Who into the ground. It was
What an honor.
a little just disheartening. Like, it was just like, man, like, to see a show you love just take that kind of dive. Whoa. Like, you think like Davros or the Master? No, Chibnall. He's the real main antagonist of Doctor Who. The Pandora, come and get it. Oh, I mean, there were problems leading up to it. I think that's like, as cool as that scene was, I think that's indicative of something that Doctor Who has been struggling with for a while. Because like, as long as it's been going on, they've been needing to up the ante. They've been needing to like do bigger and better. And at this point, the Doctor has saved the universe so many times, it's just like, it's gotten a little ridiculous. Like, at this point in the show, it was just like, they spend every episode just gushing about how cool the Doctor is of all this stuff he did. Like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, it's hard not to have that problem when you have a show go on that long, right? It's like Dragon Ball Z got out of hand because they kept fighting these dudes that can blow up planets, and then they kept getting stronger because otherwise there's no threat. And that got ridiculous also after a while. Oh god, the Rings of Arcatan. That's that episode. God, that's a good one. I'm saying Matt Smith. I don't want to say that like Tennant or Capaldi aren't my favorite, but I will say Matt Smith is my favorite. Oh god, Supernatural did that too. That one got out of hand. I don't want to ruin anything, like no spoilers or anything, but Supernatural in my mind should have ended after season 5. Without any spoilers, the antagonist of season 5, not just who it was, but how they beat him, like everything, it lined up so perfectly. The show should have wrapped up at the end of season 5. That was the best way the show could have ended. But they kept it going. And at that point it's like, well, what do we do now? What is there next? And they just couldn't find that good spot to wrap it up after that. Was it? I feel that actually makes me happy you saying that, because that's how I felt about it for a long time, because that's like the perfect place for it to have ended. And it didn't. It went on for 10 more seasons, and then... Christ. I'm assuming you are familiar with the finale of the show. That thing. I'm mad. It's like they just reached out of the screen and slapped all the fans across the face. God, that was rough. I've never seen Lucifer. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Oh, I've got a member of our community named Lucifer. I'm not sure if that counts, but we do. Yeah, God, that ending. It really does feel like... I mean, you know what? I want to talk about this a little bit. It's fine. If you don't want to hear about it, we'll talk about the finale of Supernatural a bit. It's probably not worth watching after season 5, so in my opinion, just watch the first 5 seasons and then stop. But assuming you don't want to spoil it for you, alright. Cover your ears for a bit or something. Oh my god, The Good Place is such a good show. Oh, even better. I love that show, because like, I kept thinking it was going to do something like... It kept almost doing something stupid, and then not. Like those same tired tropes that shows do. It kept almost doing those, and then it was just like, no, we're not going to do that because we're a good show. We put thought into our writing. It is such a well-written show. Recommend that one entirely. But no, Supernatural, it's like there's was so many stupid plot holes and inconsistencies and just bad writing throughout the series. So the writers of the show just went out and they're like, oh, all of that bad writing was intentional because it was all written. Which seems like the ultimate cop-out, like, oh, we realize our show has bad writing. Well, it was meant to be bad. And that just seems... Oh, that's hard to accept. Oh, God, I don't mean to nerd ramble. I'm sorry. I got heated about it. You watch 15 seasons of a show, you get that bad of an ending. It kind of hurts. Have some more chocolate. But no, The Good Place is really, really, really good. Like, I'm so used to shows doing the same stupid twists, and just so many shows just do the same thing without even trying, right? The Good Place, I was genuinely surprised several times watching that show, and that's something I can rarely ever say about a show. They all fall back on the same twists and things. The Good Place was just like bizarre how differently it was written. I'm not going to ruin that one in the least. I'm of the opinion that, yeah, if any of you haven't watched The Good Place, please go watch that. It is some great writing.
Eat this.
Bubble. Yeah, it's like, that's an issue, because like I was saying that the same thing with like Dragon Ball Z. It's like, when you're fighting guys who can like blow up planets, you have to keep escalating, but at a certain point it just gets ridiculous. Like, it gets out of hand. Like, where do you go from here? So it turns into a problem where the writers are forced to decide where to go from here, and they don't have the option to say, maybe we shouldn't. Like, maybe that was it. Because money. It's rough. So hold on. What am I missing here? I know we can move this staircase to get up here. Is it something else in the hedge maze, maybe? Oh my god, like we're talking about MASH like the army show, right? We're talking about the same MASH. Because if that's, well, reruns, I suppose. I was gonna say either that was more recent than I imagined, or you're a lot older than I imagined, but I suppose, like, yeah, reruns and stuff go on for a long time. Like, I'm sure there's some channel that's still airing that. Like, I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Yeah, like, that's the army one, right? Well, I was, before school, like, nothing else was on, so I would watch Saved by the Bell a lot. Like, I didn't like it, but it was the only thing on, so, like... Gotcha. I mean, MASH is a good one. There's some genuinely emotional bits in MASH that, like... I don't want to sound like I'm surprised. It's a well-written show, but, like, there's some good stuff in there. There's a lot of really uncomfortable stuff about one very specific character, but, you know. Oh my god. Okay, so after school, when I was in elementary school, my parents would still be working. So my brother and I would walk to my grandmother's house who lived by the school. And she was just, I mean, she's a grandmother. So I got used to every day after school we would go over there and we would spend the afternoon watching like old lady daytime TV shows. So like Hollywood Squares, Judge Judy, like a lot of older shows like that. I've got a lot of really fun memories of. Yeah, most of the time it was nothing good. Like I said, before school, I would just have to watch Saved by the Bell like some kind of caveman. Golden Girls. Like, my grandmother has long since passed. She passed a long time ago. But I've got these vivid memories of sitting in her living room. Like, I can picture the couch and everything. And her just being like, "You tell him, Judy." And it just, you know, it's funny how certain memories are more precious than others. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? I think I recognize what I'm doing wrong. Hold on. I'm an idiot is the problem. You hate to find out you're an idiot. And while we're on the subject, I have a fun little thing for you guys if you weren't aware. This painting right here, this gentleman, his name is Mushu Pork. He's one of the bosses from the second game. So in case you guys aren't familiar with Gex games. Oh, that sounds fun to me. Hope you have a nice time, Defoe. Appreciate you. I was actually gonna read a little more too. I've been in a reading mood myself, but I also haven't streamed very much recently, so I wanted to do some of that. This isn't the one. This is the one that... Okay, this is the one. I came in this room, I never hit that switch. I'm mad. Oh, God. I was confused because I've never had a problem with that bookcase before. I'm gonna blame it on the medicine. Medication's making me loopy. I've been reading a little bit. I've got a few books. In case any of you guys are... I mean, if you are an avid reader, I imagine you already have your place that you like to get books from. But, assuming you're in the market, there's a website called Book Depository. And they sell books for stupidly cheap. Like, I'm still not exactly sure how they stay in business selling books the way they do. Just books for just a few dollars each. It's crazy. I recently just ordered, like, I think it was the night before last actually, I ordered a few more. 3 books. Ended up under $30 for 3, and they covered shipping. it was wild. Bitches. If you guys are big reading fans, that's one I actually have a copy of. Holes. It's a really good one. So that's all of those. So now we're free to just turn on all these TVs to get something. So now we're free to
There's nothing better than a good
just finish up the level.
one ritzy joint for a video game.
But oh, I didn't get the paw in the sink, but I'm also I was just working on the flies exclusively. But thank you for reminding me, because likely I was going to get to that point and then forget where it was. Okay. We do have the paw in the sink, and then we have the paw in this one. I think that might be it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Let's find out. I'm not sure if you guys are reading anything right now, but I've got one book I'm reading. Hold on, I can never remember the name of the author. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Murakami. Japanese name, I'm just never confident in saying out loud what I think it is. Murakami, yeah. Famous author. Writes a lot of really bizarre, like, really trippy, psychological mind stuff. And the book in question, A Wild Sheep Chase. And that's what I've been reading right now, but he's got a lot of really interesting, like, I don't want to say psychological, like, not like mystery or like serial killer profiling kind of stuff, more like stream of consciousness, like just bizarre things happening kind of thing. Like not on the level of Twin Peaks, but you know, that essence, I suppose. Oh, Dante's Inferno. Yeah, the Divine Comedy. Dante Alighieri. It's funny because that's the first part of the Divine Comedy. The Divine Comedy actually has 3 parts, but the Inferno is the one that people are most familiar with, because, like, I don't want to throw shade or anything because he's a better writer than I'll ever be in my life, but the Purgatorio and the Paradiso, part 2 and 3, they're not very interesting to me, I'll say, but a lot better written than anything I can do. Oh, shiny. Oh, 20 months, that is wild. It's funny how you lose track of time. Shiny, how have you been doing? I told Shiny Wife, I'm not sure if she conveyed the message, I have since logged into Twitch on my laptop, so hopefully next time you stream I can actually hang out with you. Appreciate you. Thanks again for the resub. I'm throwing shade on the Divine Comedy like it's not a masterpiece. I feel bad about that. You know what it is? I think oops, the Inferno is just the subject matter. Like, cause you can have a lot more fun than that, right? Like, by definition, you're gonna have more interesting things in hell than in purgatory, right? Like, yeah. like by definition, yes. So I don't want to be a jerk about it. Like, there's just a lot more cool stuff in the Inferno. I think that's probably what it is. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying they're not well written. They're very well written. There is something in one of these pockets. I can never figure out which one it is. Fortunately, if you fail, it just kicks you out. You can come back in. That's the one. I was running out of time, so I was just gonna fall in there and hope for the best.
Granny?
Did not work.
Jethro? Uncle Jed?
But at least now we know. Like I thought it was one of the corner pockets. I was doubting myself.
Hurry, sir. Tail kick 7 pool balls before time runs out.
Is that a paw print I saw? It was a paw print I saw. Really? Oh my god. I mean, we know which one it is now. I just... Really? Wild.
Bella.
Bella's being sweet.
Sweetie.
Hurry, sir.
Sheldon? Butler man? You're gonna have to calm down. I am scratching my daughter behind her ear. Hey, sweetie. Bella woke up from her nap and she came over. Sweetheart. She does this thing where, like, the other two cats, when they want attention, they'll yell at me. Bella don't. She just, she'll sit on the floor next to me and just look up at me. Quiet, patient, just sits there and looks at me until I pet her. It is the sweetest thing in the world, and it just, like you got no choice. You have to pet her. I'll line this up. Alright, so there should just be one coin left. One paw left. We know the paw is... No, that was the last coin. Cool. Alright, yeah, this one, this one can be a little more frustrating. That paw print... Ooh, that paw print that you get from, turning on those TVs. I mean, I can't tell you how long it took me to figure that out. That one was a while.
Bubbles, sir. How fitting. I'll fight over before time runs out.
Where is Alicia Silverstone when you need a real...
Alright, that's it. So now we get to just, do those 3 mission remotes. Try to think about which one would take. Deciding which one to redeem right now, I should say. Because which one would take the longest, right? I gotta think the 3 minigame one is the one that we don't want to repeat, yeah. So let's go do that one. Because the blood coolers and the maze aren't that bad at all. I do love that they made the blood coolers a mission in this game, because like I was saying before, Gex 2 reused some of the same levels. Like, there were multiple cartoon levels, there were multiple horror levels, but one thing that all of the horror levels in Gex 2 had in common was there was the smash the blood coolers. Every level, horror level had smash the blood coolers. In this one, there isn't a horror level in this game. Oh, we got a cutscene. Wow, there isn't a horror level in this game per se. They smushed it together with mystery, so it's horror / mystery, which I think is a waste. But they did include the objective for the blood coolers, and I think that's really nice that they did that. But I'd have a really uncomfortable time with the cutscenes, so I'm sorry. Not sure how loud to make it, so you know, I'm still sorry.
Well, Sherlock, you found a good use for that magnifying glass.
Thank you, my dear extra. Now, what say you and I solve the case of the lovesick Weasley?
Not a chance, cutie. But hang on to that lens, just in case you run into any lady geckos.
Alright. Yeah, each level, when you do your first objective, you get a cutscene like that. And honestly, as a PS1 game, I'm very conflicted because it plays along with... This whole game is just like cheesy and dated and stupid. Like, it's a bad game, but it's just an enjoyable bad game, right? So I think it's just very... It's conflicting for me because it's like... That is an entire voice acted cutscene. Like, that's actual footage of a human being. And when this game came out, like, yeah, that was actually honestly, like, that's really cool. Considering when this came out, that was actually like, really impressive. But it's used to just be really uncomfortable and stupid. Like, this game is a very specific aesthetic. In some ways, it's very impressive and fun and well made. In other ways, it's just embarrassing, and I love it. Love it. Okay, I knew she was in something. I just couldn't tell you what it was.
Let's get it on.
Like I said, there's the other two here are much easier. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what show she was from. I was gonna say, I'm surprised she looks so good still, and I completely forgot that this game was made in like 2000, so yeah, that sounds about right. Time is funny. I'll say, I love this game, but it's so conflicting. It's tough. But no, I mean, I have a lot of fun playing this game. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I want there to be a Gex 4. I want there to be a Gex 4, and I want it to be full of modern references that will be like, no one, in like 10 years after it's out, no one will have any idea what any of it means. That's the essence of Gex. If you play the game like 3 years after it comes out, you'll be very confused. Oh, you are, really? Gonna be honest, I don't usually have celebrities in chat, so you have to excuse me if I get a little flustered. I would have wore pants if I knew we were gonna have company. I am wearing pants. That was a joke. Gotcha. Right. Are you? I mean, I recognize that's a Marvel Cinematic Universe reference. Are you at all a fan of like comic books? And same with anyone else in chat. You guys like comic books at all? Or do you like? Are you a big fan of like the Marvel movies? Like that's fair too. They make good movies. But I was just kind of curious about like if any of you were a fan of comics, or you know, or I guess just superhero stuff in general, right? You are. That's very exciting for me. I'm a big comic book nerd myself. Shiny, if he's still here, is an even bigger comic book nerd than I am somehow, which is very impressive, honestly. Because there's a few things I don't keep up with, but on the whole, I know my way around comic books. I will say Shiny has me handily beat when it comes to Marvel. Like, I love Marvel. He's just like an expert. It's wild. DC, he knows quite a bit about DC. I think our levels of knowledge in regards to DC is actually closer. I think I could hold, like, if we're talking about like DC knowledge, I think I could hold my own against him. Marvel, no way. Star Wars. Signed, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. That's a family heirloom now. You pass that down from generation to generation. That is, oh, I love that. Because I'm also a big Star Wars fan. I put it off for years because it's one of the ones that I've been like, I'll save certain things for special occasions, like stuff that I know I'm going to enjoy. And Knights of the Old Republic, the original, I never played, and I've always like just been holding off on it. And like the last like month or two, I finally got around to playing it, and God, beautiful game. I adore Star Wars. I'm actually a DM for Dungeons and Dragons. I know this is going to seem off topic, probably, but a little bit. I'm a DM for Dungeons and Dragons, and I didn't. It was outside of like, so it wasn't like a science fiction setting. It was still in Dungeons and Dragons, so think like Knights and Dragons. But I added this civilization of people that were more or less Jedi or Force users. So like they had like, they weren't lightsabers so much, but they were swords that were like energized, glowing with different kinds of energy. And they had like telekinesis and stuff. Like they were Jedi. They had lightsabers and Force powers, but it was in a, it fits in a fantasy setting. I didn't get the paw, didn't I? I thought I did. Yeah, I got it. We did the first 2 levels completely in that room. Oh god, yeah, there's a paw and a coin in that room. And they make this one look like just walking up and touching it. Like the 2 in that room are, I've always struggled with them. I'm gonna come back at a later time and get them because like I don't know what it is. It takes me hours to get these. I could not tell you why. It's just I can never do it. But there's 2 things. There's that one and that one. I appreciate you giving me the heads up though. Yeah, I recognize how you're supposed to do it, and I have done it. It takes me so many attempts. I can't explain why. It's embarrassing, honestly, but I can never get those. I'm going to come back and get those. We're hopefully going to be doing 100% on this, but those always give me a hard time. I have completed this game though. I'm just bad at it, so you know. I'm no worries. You didn't do anything wrong. You were trying to help. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get it, but yeah, like I died, you know. But no, you were looking out. You're trying to help me. That was nice of you. So never apologize for being nice. Yeah, that one's hard for me. But we're trying to do like that's the aesthetic. That's the way I play these games. It's like we go for 100%, but we're also bad at games. So we take our time. We take a while sometimes. We chip away at stuff. We explore. We find stuff. And we ultimately get 100%, but we just try to have a nice, chill time. Playing badly, yeah. Yeah, like, it's Gex. Like, 90% of this game is Dirty Joke. It's part of the charm. And also it makes it so uncomfortable sometimes, but yeah, It's fine. It's Gex. You know what you're getting in for when you start playing Gex. like for example, here we are. God, they could have so much fun if they made a Gex 4. You know? God, that one too. It's all just so immature, isn't it? But like, that's Gex. Alright. Should I... Part of me really wants to go for 100 fly tokens already. Like, to just get it out of the way. Because clearly I've been going out of my way to grab them. I just wasn't even really thinking about it much. I just autopiloted, start collecting stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Shouldn't be too terribly difficult. It's just with my medicine starting to kick in, and I'm very spacey right now. Having a hard time keeping my eyes focused on the game. You know, that's why I said we take our time and we kind of just have a casual time with it. That's fine. Let's collect some fly tokens. I will say, as much as this hub in this game is more interesting, probably, because it's like his house, there's different areas, like, you've got this watery bit, you've got the meadow bit later on, there's the city area. There's more going on. I think I like the hub in 2. I'm not sure if I'll say more, but I really like it. It's just like floating platforms and gates and stuff. It's very simple, but I love how it looks. And I couldn't explain to you why. It's just really pretty to me. It probably could stand a little more variety. Like I said, this one gives you a little more variety. But the hub area in Gex 2, I'm a big fan of. We're getting there. So what do we have? Okay, we've barely gotten into this place at all. No reason to see what we're missing until we've made a full lap around the area, right? Keep track of which areas we've actually been into. As of yet, I believe we've only been in the military area. I don't know if I've asked. You had mentioned a few levels that you like from 2. I'm not sure if I asked, because Chaser, you're familiar with this game enough. Do you have any favorites from this game? Like top 1 or 2 favorite, I guess. Or however many, I don't know, whichever ones you like, I suppose. Or, you know, if anyone else here happens to be familiar with the game, go for it. Give me them opinions. Yeah, we did that. We're still missing we did not go in the pirate one yet. And the western one is upstairs. And that should be it for this place. What all is in this structure here, but it's gotta be something. As far as I know, this is, there's nothing else beyond that gate besides the bonus area, but let's check. Nope, alright. Okay, we haven't gotten Several. Well, a lot of stuff upstairs, I should say. So yeah, we'll start by doing the fly tokens first. Because it's funny, but they're typically the hardest ones to do. Just because the other ones, once you grab them, you have them. You can leave and come back. Fly tokens, once you leave the area and you come back, you gotta start over. So it becomes more of a to-do. Alright. Forgot you could fall through those ropes, you know. That's fine. We're needing to jump down from there anyway, actually. Let's go over here first. Hey, cool. Hey, thank you for the hydrate, Chaser. Appreciate it. Anyone who happens to be in chat, we all hydrate. That's what the purchase says. So legally, you have to as well. It's important to stay hydrated. Make sure you take care of yourselves. I care about you guys. I want to make sure you're doing alright. Hold on. Why am I not? There's no way that's right. Doke. Making sure there wasn't anything above the doorway, right? Yeah, really? Oh, they don't drop anything. Well, they've dropped me. Okay. You know, that's what you get for talking smack. Friend, no. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but also you gotta put some water in you. Like, cause alcohol. I'm not gonna tell you not to drink. I'm gonna tell you alcohol is like the opposite of water. It like dehydrates you. He says water. Oh Christ. All right. Okay. Well, I won't tell you what to do. Yeah, it's fine. It's tough out there. We're all just doing the best we can. So if you need to have a drink, I'll go for it. See, I myself am an alcoholic. I'm not able to drink anymore because it causes problems. Yeah, streaming do be hard. Wait, do you stream? I didn't think to ask. Streaming do be hard sometimes. It's good for me to get my mind off stuff, though. My counselor says it's good for me to be streaming every day. So that's the objective. Ah, gotcha. No, I used to drink way too much, and now I had to stop. So, right, that's not how you're supposed to do that. So I want to say I don't want to say recovered alcoholic. I don't want to say recovering alcoholic. In my mind, once you're addicted to something, you're always addicted to it. You never stop. You just stop partaking. So I don't think it should be shameful to say that I am an alcoholic. I just haven't drank in a long time. Fortunately. It's tough out there. But no, I can't do that anymore. I about died multiple times. So, Miles, I love you. You need to not do that. Oh, Christ. My son's driving me crazy. He climbs on my desk and he just chews on stuff. Not even like electronics, just wrappers and things. And you're like, well, Bees, why do you got wrappers on your desk? You should tidy up a little bit. That's probably true. We're on our last hit. Oh, God. Oh, I'm at 93. How are you flying? I didn't even know those guys could fly. No kitty, my Popeye. I love him so much. He climbs on my desk. He like climbs on my keyboard. He clicks on my mouse. He just knocks stuff over. And I feel bad because like I know he doesn't understand what the internet is. He doesn't know why I'm just sitting here talking. Like he just wants to spend time with me. So I don't want to be mad at him, but he just clicks off of my game and stuff. He's so cute. It's hard to be mad at him, but like he'd be clicking off stuff. He's flying again. I didn't realize that was even a thing they could do. Okay. Tail balance is the most overpowered thing in this game because you're very likely to land on an enemy. And if you do, they take damage. So it's the easiest way to dodge enemies because they can't like jump. So you're like you spend very little time on the ground, and when you do, if you land on them, they take damage. We're missing one flag token. And I know where it is. It is on that waterfall. But we're about to die, and I'm upset about it. Okay, right. So... No! Okay, so here's the situation. I've got to cross that thing, and that fly boy is there. I'm down to one hit. We have exactly one token left, and I know we're... Guys? I got good news. I did not realize this thing did this. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Oh, blessed. I was very stressed out about that. Let's, just so it's exciting, let's try to do it without taking damage anyway. Let's pretend we didn't get to heal. For the excitement. If you keep it around long enough, eventually he eats it on his own. But I see what you mean. It shouldn't be an issue though. That's basically infinite health. This thing here isn't going to hit us 5 times. Alright. Okay, we got it. So what else are we missing? I know where 2 things are. I'm not sure what things they are. I believe one's a... one of them has to be a coin by definition because we're only missing 1 paw print. And the other one is above the entrance to the western. And that's also a very rough one to get right. That's one I... Okay, so paw print here. There's one above the entrance to the western, and there's one off to the side. So I know where they all are. It's just going to be frustrating getting them all. How do I want to do that? Could... Oh, well, hold on. Nope. finicky. Stop. Ah. Stop pulling yourself up, you're killing me. Right. Okay, fine. Alright, it's fine. The good news is we know where everything is. Some of these are just very particular. There's other ways to do this. It's just, I promise this is the easiest. It's just I'm bad at it. Alright. Cool. You have to climb back up. That's taken care of. Difficult part about these is when you fail, you gotta climb all the way back up. I think I'm not sure if I asked, but actually I think you did tell me you liked the fairy tale area in this game. So there's a coin over here, and there's a paw print if you can get up to the top of that. Or no, that's another coin. Hold on. Am I just missing 2 coins? Okay, so 2 coins. How did I? No. Gex, I will sue you. I will take you to a court of law. You're frustrating. Getting up there is also very finicky. I'm never exactly sure. It's very particular. You can see sometimes you're way short. Sometimes you're way above where you need to be. No, that's the most you can mess up. Okay. Oh, I hate that. It hurts because we were actually up there already. It's so much worse when you're just trying to get back to a place you've already been. God, this one gave me such a hard time last time we played this too. So I mean, they're very finicky. Some of the collectibles in this game are, quite frankly, annoying to get. How did I do this? Okay. Alright. Alright. We got it much quicker that time, though. Last time we did it, it took us a lot longer. Oh, this one sucks. Alright. Lovely. Actually, I'm gonna make it save state. I'm not gonna. It's very likely I'm not gonna load that save state, but I live out in the middle of nowhere. My power likes to go out periodically for no reason. So in case that happens, we'll be alright. That's all of the hub stuff done. We get to decide which level we want to go to then. I'm not sure who is hanging out besides Chaser, but if you guys want to help me decide which level to go to first, we have... Hold on, I don't know which ones we have unlocked yet, actually. Okay, so it wouldn't give us the options unless we have them already, I believe. So we've got Tut, Army, and Western. And Buccaneer. Okay, we've got 4. Tut, Army, Western, Buccaneer. Chaser's saying war. Has anyone else got a... Because after we do the one, we're going to have to do another one. So we may as well, if you guys want to toss a few at me, let me know which order I'm going to do these in. Or not, I don't know. For all I know, Chaser's the only one here, in which case, let's do the war. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'll say out of the 4 of them, that one might be my favorite. I know, sometimes people like to lurk. They're just being supportive.
Rock and load, little lizard.
I believe that, like, some people just leave it on in a tab to help be supportive, like, increase my views. It's usually really chill and quiet in here. I like this one just because of the
Didn't I burn
machine
that
gun
last
turrets. It's really fun to kill enemies with these.
Because I rarely wear underwear. And when I do it,
The gangster level has a similar thing. Mutant, happy birthday. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope your day's going well for you. Let me drop you a dad joke because we're celebrating your birthday. Oh, I don't know if you've heard any of my dad jokes before, so if it's one you already heard, let me know. But how do locomotives know where they're going?
If I was Alan Alda, I'd be sobbing.
With lots of training. Oh, that face. Oh, bless you. Mutant, I appreciate you. I do hope you're having a nice birthday. That's one that I miss. This game doesn't have a cartoon channel, which seems like a wildly missed opportunity. The same way they smushed horror into mystery, it's just like, oh, those are some awfully cute emotes you got there. Makes my heart happy. I'm so glad I was able to make them into emotes. In case anyone doesn't know, those are my kids. Love them dearly. Oh, exactly. Miles was giving me a bit of a hard time, but like he doesn't know what the internet is. He just wants to snuggle. Like, he gets really needy for attention sometimes. And like, honestly, there are much worse things you can complain about. Like, oh no, my kid wants to spend time with me. This seems like such a minor inconvenience.
Don't get killed in big, loud wars.
Take a step back and be appreciative of the things in your life. And that is my cats and also you guys. The fact that you hang out with me on stream, I still don't understand, but I'm appreciative. And I want you to know I'm appreciative. That's one of my favorites. Note to self, don't get killed in big loud war.
the first word out of your filthy sewer will be Gex.
As dumb as all these jokes are, some of them are kind of cute. So, wait, you. Yes. Alright. So are there any
was amazing, son.
I don't know if there's any fly tokens. It does not seem like it. So that should be this area done. Should be. And this place has almost half of them, which is very convenient because this level's actually very easy to die. Consider this one of the harder ones. If you play smart, it's not that bad, but I never play smart, so it's a hassle for me. For two reasons. The machine gun fire when you go across the turret homes in on you, and it's very nearly impossible to dodge once they're locked onto you. And beyond that, there's these grenade enemies, and they'll explode because grenade enemies. But their blast area is ridiculous. You could be so far away from them you don't even know they're there, and still hurt you. So that's a problem. They can be like off to the side somewhere and you haven't even seen them yet, and they'll still hurt you. That one's harder to manage. Because like the turrets you can dodge if you're smart about it. We come back in here later and there's a tunnel down there. Leads to some stuff. Cannot quite remember what we need to do to open that tunnel. Maybe that's what you get for shooting all the turrets. Can't seem to remember. Oh, okay. Yeah. These landmines are also not incredibly hard to jump over, but believe me when I say when you're low on health and you're trying to jump over those to get the fly tokens, it's the most stressful thing. It is very stressful. When you're low on health, the easiest maneuvers suddenly become like terrifying. Alright, camera got stuck for a second.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Oh, satisfying.
Good morning, Menlo Park!
So the objectives, like, most of the objectives in this game are very easy.
That was amazing, son. Well done.
Oh, I did lie though, didn't I? I said hopefully we're going to be doing this 100%. That's actually not true. The same reason last time we played this 100%, we didn't actually get 100%. I've got a crippling fear of the ocean. And there is one bonus level in this game that is in the ocean. So there's one bonus level we're not going to do, but everything else in the game we're going to complete. It's the best I can do for you. Hey, there's our grenade boys. So those are very easy to use and very satisfying. I'm going to try to get everything up here first before we go into the trench, because there's a lot of things in the trench, and it's very easy to get some of them and miss some of them and try to figure out what you're missing. So we're going to do everything up here first, and hopefully that helps. Do all of that stuff all at once, right? Yeah, like that grenade down there hurt me. That's why I took damage just now.
The Pentagon spent
It's
$25
wild.
million on this one level.
Yeah. From down there, he exploded and hurt me. Can I hit this one? I don't know.
If I was Alan Alda, I'd be sobbing by now.
Okay. I do believe, if not that door, one of these doors opens once you destroy all the turrets. What? Homie just phased out of existence. Lovely. That's him over there.
Oh, gun! 40 days in the cooler.
So that should be all of the spotlights.
This was the 60s had
Well, in that area, I guess.
Of course, I have sideburns in the elbow.
Okay. So if you kill them, that doesn't. And I've never actually thought to just attack them. They still explode, but for whatever reason, it doesn't hurt you when you're the one killing them. Weird. All right, let's. Yeah, this is. There's a lot of stuff in this level. It's just like in trenches, and it's very easy just to miss something and have to go back and
Surprise!
find it.
Surprise! Surprise!
This one's kind of frustrating to get everything. Did we? Yes. Okay. So the stuff up in the air should be easy to spot, so we're gonna try to stay in this trench actually. Well, do trench stuff. Trench activities. And like I said, I believe all the enemies are taken care of now. I think those grenade guys, they don't spawn in indefinitely, they just spawn in once you get close enough to their spawn in area. But once they're gone, they're gone. So assuming we don't stumble upon a spawn point that we haven't stumbled upon yet. There shouldn't be any more of them either.
The first word out of your filthy sewer will be Gex.
Note to self. Don't.
Might be it. That was relatively painless. I lied. it's easy to miss stuff here. For me anyway, I don't know. It's probably not all that bad. I'm bad at stuff. Okay, cool. In that case, okay. What are we missing then? Okay, yeah, one paw, one coin. So what's in here? Right. That's fine. That's one of the objectives. You'd think if they're guarding, they would have done something about that gun pointing towards them in the doorway. It just seems like a massive oversight on their part. Take a look from up here, see if there's anything we can spot. I know the tunnel near the beginning in that one building. Both of them may be in there. Maybe. Let's go back and see if we can get in there. Oh, you just stand on it. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, we figured it out, though. I mean, as long as we figure it out eventually, I suppose that's fine. I'm having a much easier time with these levels than I thought I would. We are still on like level 3. This is the third one we've done, I believe. Alright. So, which objective do we want to claim? The one with the briefcase is really easy to do. The one with the tanks takes a little bit of time, but it's also incredibly easy. And you get to have fun blowing up buildings. So let's do this one. Let's get ourselves another really awful cutscene, and then Ellie jumps on my desk. Hi, sweetie. Hey. Hey, sweetheart. Alright, I'm gonna turn up the volume, so I'm not sure what it sounds like on your guys' end, but it may very well get very loud, and I apologize if it does.
Hello, soldier.
All is fair in love and war. Now that war is out of the way, well,
Don't you ever give up?
I have not yet begun to fight, I think.
Oh, Ellie's being sweet. Climbed down my desk, she's licking my nose. Thanks, sweetheart. She's got morning breath really bad.
Let's get it on.
Thanks, sweetie. Let's do the briefcase. I mean, it really doesn't matter which one you select. It just shows you where it's at.
Hey, where's the Fleet of Canada level? Nothing like army clothes for total comfort.
So it's really nice getting all that stuff out of the way because, like, you guys run to your objective. most of these are very easy to...
Dive nice.
Stop. Yeah. Alright. Well, yeah, most of these are very easy. Once you know where they are, you can just, once you have all the collectibles that you need, just run to your objective. I say most of them, though. It's not always true. The Mythology channel, it sucks. It's rough. Like a dog. Oh my god, do you have to shoot all the... You might have to shoot all the spotlights to get in here. I didn't realize. Oh, I'm mad. Wait, no, there's no way. Hold on. Is it really? I hate that. No, Mythology Channel's just... I hate Mythology Channel. I hate it so much. Okay, yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Somebody's gotta do it.
We're likely gonna die. So wait, so you can kill those guys? I am very confused. Ellie's about to click off of my game. Hey, sweetie. I love you. You have to respect my personal space. She's all spread out across my desk, and her head is like she's laying upside down, but her head is on my mouse. We have to share the space. You can lay on my desk, but you have to like stay off of my stuff. While she licks my hand. It is so hard to discipline your cats when they're licking your hand. You are so cute and you have no idea. Oh my. So I gotta think, like, is that what we're meant to be doing? Let's get that checkpoint. Okay, that's interesting. So that is a solid object then. That gap in there, it counts as a solid object. Guys, we're learning stuff. Ah. Sweetie. Okay. Alright. Ellie clicked off my game. Apologize. Okay. So a limbo champion walks into a bar and he loses. Is that everybody? I believe that's what we had to do. There's still one dude left, so assuming it was the spotlights and not the dudes. Okay, cool. I hadn't realized that was necessary.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Another drink of coffee. We're going to try to scoop our thoughts back into our brain. Oh, lovely.
It's tail time.
And this one is aggressively easy. Once you go through this gate here, you can't actually die. You just gotta find those boxes and smash them.
This helmet is gonna muss my hair. This was the 60s that's running high. Of course, I have sideburns and velvet. The first word out of your filthy sewer will be yes. Hey, no kidding, did I miss the
We've run the last one. If I had paid attention, I would know that, but, you know, I try really hard not to. Hey.
That was amazing, sir. Well done.
Let's get it on.
All right. The only ones we're missing are those two vampire-related ones that I hate. Speaking of ones that I hate, oh my god. Mythology Network is just the worst. Oh, I hate it so much. Oh, does that mean we may have enough to... We should have enough to fight the end or the boss of this area then. Because we have enough, we have enough remotes to unlock the first level in the next area. We should have enough to fight the boss of this one. So let's go see. Like, I'm not keen on going to the Mythology channel, but let's go clobber a boss.
It's tail time.
WW Gex Wrestling. Muscle flexing can be hazardous to one's health. We're fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin. I say fighting. Bosses in this game are just very, you know. Like, I love this game and all, but, you know, the bosses are kind of phoned in, right? Invasion of the Body Slammers. Yeah. Oh, we got another cutscene. I'm so sorry.
Spartacus, where did you learn those moves? Ever been to a Turkish bathhouse?
Hey, that wasn't me. I swear. Besides, I'm about to try out some new holds on you, my precious pin doctor.
Easy there, Nacho Man, or I'll elbow drop you. Now get back to work.
Always uncomfortable. I love this game, but, oh, Jesus. Simpler times. Alright. So we unlocked the next area. Still don't want to go to Mythology, so Big R Mutant Chaser. Anyone? You want to help me pick out a level? We got Tut TV, the Egypt one. We've got Buccaneer, we've got Western to choose from. Dishes Mountain. I'm proud of you. It's always very satisfying when you get done cleaning dishes. Very few things in the world, like, it's funny, things that you never realized as a kid, like, that would be as good as they are as an adult. As an adult, having looking at your sink and having it be clean without any dishes in it is one of the best feelings in the world. Hard to explain that to a child. So Big says Egypt. Not sure if anyone else has a take. I'm gonna have another drink of coffee and consider more chocolate. I probably shouldn't. Kind of want to. Really want to. Alright, yeah, let's go to Egypt. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would probably pick this one, so that's, yeah. We got to the point where the really easy levels we just finished. These ones are going to require effort. And believe it or not, I am still very proud of you. So, good job. Proud of you.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Like, doing adult stuff is hard, like, man. It is so hard to do stuff. I'm surprised anyone does anything ever, because I don't. Like, I've not done anything in years.
The pageantry, the luxury.
Yeah, so like, when I say require effort, I mean specifically to 100%, because like the objectives aren't that bad. They're gonna take a little bit of time each. It's like getting 100 flies in all of these. This is when it starts getting to be a slog. Alright. It's funny how, like, when you're a kid, all you can think about is being an adult, and when you're an adult, all you can think about is dying. It is wild. You know, we call that the grass is always greener. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're never gonna be content. You always got something to look forward to. It's tough out there. I suppose the best you can do is just be mindful of that, and, you know, try to appreciate things more. Try to. Speaking of things I appreciate, each of you guys. So, in case I hadn't told you in a while. Low key, I apologize. I'll up my game a little bit. I hadn't realized. I thought I was putting out some high key depression, but oh, they're gonna get it. It's a very fine line. You want to, like, convey that you're depressed, but you also don't want people to worry about you. So, like, there's you really gotta thread the needle. Like, how do I tell my friends I'm depressed and not have them worry about me? Okay, next paw print will have an extra piece of health.
When this level is over, I am selling this hat.
Oh, Christ. I don't even know which order to go through these. I'm just gonna be over here.
Hey, Baba.
Miles came over. Yeah, like I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to like. I feel like if I don't tell you guys I'm depressed, that feels like tantamount to lying. That's like that seems like a lie by omission, but at the same time, I don't want you to worry about me. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sometimes you gotta just walk like you're in Egypt because you are in Egypt. Miles Big says hello.
I'm saved! Over here!
He's looking at me. Hi.
Thanks, sweetie.
He's a sweetheart and I love him. Alright, what do we got? Oh, Christ. Difficult thing here is the level branches into different paths. So if you're wanting to get all the fly tokens, you have to actually go down one path and then backtrack all of that path and do the other one. Hold on, I'll give you a joke. Funny number 8. We'll hold off on the F word until we find out which joke it is. Because I can't promise you it'll be funny, but let's find out. Yeah, it depends on what number 8 is. Oh god, oh that's a classic. Kind of jumped the gun on that. Why can't I unpause? Miles, did you unplug my controller? So, in addition to clicking off my game, Miles loves to come over and rub his face on my controller input and unplug my game. Hi. Oh my god. So, what do you call an alligator wearing a vest? An investigator. Oh, lovely. Appreciate it, Big. Providing some levity to the stream. That's a classic. I can't exactly say it's funny, but it's a good one. Oh my god, last time we were doing this on stream, there's a part coming up where you're riding a camel across some sand, and you need the camel because the sand hurts you, right? But like the games, I don't know. There's a little bit. There's some jank in this game at places. So we were jumping across this sand on the camel, and we phased through the ground, and there isn't like Bella. There isn't bottomless pit in that part of the level, and yet we phased through the ground, so we died. And we had nearly gotten all of the flight tokens. I was very upset. We almost completed the level, and we phased through the ground in a section that doesn't have bottomless pit. It just messed me up. Oops. So after that, I'm very careful. Actually, I think when we did it again, because we still had to do it, we just had to do it again. So when we did it, I made a save state beforehand because, like, I don't think that's unfair. Like, if we glitch out of the boundaries of the level, I think I'm allowed to load up a save state. The game doesn't function properly, right? I don't know, let me know what you think. Either way, I had to redo it because I didn't know it was going to do that. Some games you can account for it screwing you over accidentally. So that's why I think emulators are useful. It's just time travel. Time's not real. That's fair. That'll hold up in court. Like, I cheated. Prove it. Time's not real. It's too bad that that's not like... A lot of the stuff in this game are very, like, disappointing. Like, you expect giant spider monster to be an actual fight. No, it's not. I know, it's just like when you're playing a game that has a challenge, it's no fun if you're using save states. That just eliminates all of the challenge, right? So, like, for that reason, I understand it's like save states just make a game so easy. There's no fun challenge anymore. But, you know, there's certain circumstances. Like when the game doesn't work properly.
When this level is over, I am selling this hat.
Yeah, we were jumping through here and we phased through one of these dunes and we fell through the level and died. Like, look at that. Look at how the steam is so far off the ground. That's very not reassuring. The game is, like, scaring me.
Here we are. Pismo Beach and all the clams I can eat.
Half tempted to start jumping around and see if we can repeat it, but I know I probably shouldn't.
Time to go postal.
Yeah, I mean, let's make a save state. It's only ever happened to me once, so I doubt it'll ever happen again, but like... It was just funny that it happened. I don't even remember exactly where we were when it happened, but...
Midnight at the Oasis.
I think we were over here. I don't know. Alright, it's fine. Let's get out of here, I suppose. Come on, kids. Alright, let's continue.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Alright. That one's spinning. Oop. Like, oh my. Stop it. Or you can't jump off that. I'm an idiot. Sweetie?
Wait. You Bella.
Oh, I love Bella.
Hey. Come on.
Kids. Bella, knock it off. Ellie, stop. Oh my god. Children. Each of you are grounded. Oh, what's happening? 61. How are we that short? What are we missing? What am I missing? Oh.
Hey. Stop. Come on.
Kids, leave each other alone. It never ends well. I'm mad at both of you.
Bella. Bella. Bella.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna get in her face, don't... Hi. Oh, Christ. You know... Parenting thing. Bella gets mad anytime Ellie's around, so like if Ellie's anywhere near Bella, she'll start hissing. But half the time Bella approaches her. Like, yeah, what did you expect? You don't like her being around you? You've approached her. Oh, kids. Hold on. What am I missing here? This isn't the room. What room am I missing? There's a larger room somewhere that I... Hold on. Or was it the one... So we don't have all of the staves? I don't know. Right? Because if we did, this thing would be open. Can we climb this? Okay, this is the room I was looking for. Okay. It's just like, this thing isn't rotating. And then it starts. Why? Like, it wasn't rotating for a minute, right? So I thought we shouldn't be in here yet. It's confusing. As in, I'm easily confused.
Here we are. Pismo Beach and all the grand diamonds. When this level is over, I am selling this hat.
Okay. So we still have plenty of things to find. I say, hold on. You cannot bring up your totals while you're on a wall. Disappointing. So 3 paws, 1 coin. We're 2/3 of the way done with the tokens. We got a few things to find. I believe there's several things in this room though. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
From Mr. Sinatra.
Just thank you.
I've kidnapped all the oceans of the world, underdog. A transport? I'm saved! Over here!
So... coin. I was gonna say, there's many things here I've missed, I'm sure. Yeah.
Baby. Hey, forget about it. My tail doesn't...
3 paws, 21 fly tokens. Give a quick look over, see if there's anything glaringly obvious that we missed. We may be alright. Man, every time some new, like, video game news drops, there's a reasonable chance it's going to make me feel really old. Like, that seems to be a frequent thing. I didn't even know Netflix gaming was a thing. So now I feel even older. Oh god. I remember when Netflix came out. It was the weirdest thing. Like, I couldn't understand for a while. Like, had trouble wrapping my brain around exactly what they meant when they said it. Like, wait, hold on. Well, you're telling me you just watch stuff, like, pause it and stuff. Wild. So that's what I'm saying, Big. Oh god, Big, we're both old men. Oh god. I heard Stranger Things, like, season 4 came out? I think it's season 4, right? It either came out or it's coming out. Okay, there's a paw print. Interactive shows. Hold on. You can't just drop interactive shows in conversation. Is that a thing, or are you just messing with me? Because I don't know. Oh, jeez. Oh, Christ. Of course there's a part 2. God. Like, don't get me wrong. Stranger Things is a great show. And we live in a golden age of technology where you can, like, watch stuff on Netflix. You can watch anything you want at any time. It's very easy that way. Versus back in my day, you had to either, pay for cable and watch a specific show at a specific time and hope it was the right episode because it was random. Oh God, try telling kids, like, we used to watch shows on TV, the episode that was on was a random episode, so it was like, you wait for the show you want to be on, and then it's just like an episode that you've just watched a couple days ago, and you're sad about it. And you watched it anyway, because of course you did. Interact, that's wild. What a time to be alive. Oh, Carmen Sandiego! Oh, I love that. I tried getting into Black Mirror, but it is genuinely one of the most depressing things I've ever watched. It is wild that you watch Black Mirror, it gives you, like, it just, like, it dampens the light inside of you. That's interesting. I guess we only got one more paw left. And we haven't finished going through here, so let's finish going through here. I've only ever watched, how many episodes? 4 or 5 episodes of Black Mirror. No! Okay. Because, I watched, it's either called Man on Fire or Men on Fire. Watched that episode. Big fan of that episode. Really like that one. Watched, I think it's called White Bear. Couldn't tell you the name of the episode, but there's one that's like in a virtual reality where these 2 characters like fall in love kind of thing. And I watched that one. And I had such a good time watching those. I'm like, oh, this is a good show. Without realizing I was just like cherry picking some of the best ones. And like, I started back from the beginning and I watched the first 2 episodes in a row. And that's a mistake. You never watch 2 Black Mirror episodes in a row. It'll step on your soul. It'll just... it's a very sad show. Not even just like sad stuff happens. Sad in a like a nihilistic, makes you feel like nothing matters kind of way. It's wild. Mortal Kombat. No, this one was, I couldn't tell you, actually. I could describe more of it, but I feel like anything I say would like... I'm very careful not to spoil things. It's, I think it's like San Bernardino or San something. That show is just, yeah, it's something. Hey, there's the paw print. I was worried it was at the top when we just left, and that would have made me sad. So... there's this one. I gotta think this one would be the most time-consuming one. Because we can get up to the other one. This one requires that we get those stabs, though. I gotta think this one would be the one we want to redeem, yeah? Yeah. But, for lack of better words, Black Mirror always leaves me feeling yucky inside, so it's, oh man, believe me, when you got depression, I got some powerful depression. I don't need any help from Black Mirror. That is, I'm sensitive. Let's have ourselves an uncomfortable cutscene and try not to cry.
It's tail time.
Whoop. Forgot it got louder.
Holy Moses, good job. Gex 1, Egyptians 0.
I've solved the riddle of the Sphinx, and now I shall work on the riddle of the Minx. And that means you, Nefertatas.
Hey, Caligula, just get me home.
Like, you know, this is back in the day where the punchline of every cutscene is sexual harassment. I'm not happy about it either.
Let's get it on.
Oh god, yeah. That is exactly the same thing, because I tried watching BoJack also, and that just... BoJack... Yeah. For exactly the same reason. It's like, there's a difference between seeing sad stuff happen, like having a character die, and there's more of like... It weighs on you. Just unpleasantness, just like a... Not something bad happened and just everything is bad kind of thing. And that's hard to explain, but like, yeah, BoJack is like that. BoJack's a wild one. So as much as I want to watch BoJack, I cannot. It was a little disappointing. That'd be sad, yeah. There's some shows out there. I have a hard time watching new stuff, and I do not know. I can't exactly quantify why, but likely anxiety related. So I typically just rewatch the same few shows over and over and over again, like Supernatural and Doctor Who. Not always, but I do watch a lot of the same shows.
Night, night, baby.
Okay, there we go. Wasn't sure which one was going to open up that door.
This is for George.
Yeah, it's certainly cathartic. It's a show that you know you like and you're familiar with and you've enjoyed it before. It's familiar and comforting. It does kind of stink though. I've got a lot of shows that I would love to watch. I just have a hard time watching new stuff. Besides that, I also watch a lot of YouTube. But even then, it's a lot of the same videos over and over and over again. It's wild.
I'll kidnap all the oceans of the world, underdog.
Like, Oop! Okay, I mean, we did literally just hit the checkpoint, so I suppose that's alright. But, yeah, not always. I've recently been watching through Monk, so some shows that I've been meaning to watch for a long time. I've been enjoying Monk. Right. Started watching through some X-Files. That's a good one. So I'm way behind, but I'm trying to enjoy a few shows that I haven't been able to enjoy before. Yeah, Big, you can't just, like, drop that in conversation and then not tell us what show it is. Give us them deets, though. Stargate, I've heard that's a good one, too. You know, sometimes shows are good.
When this level is over, I am selling this hat.
I want to see if you guys can guess which cat that is meowing. Assuming you can hear them. I want to see how well you guys know my cats and their meows. how well the microphone picks up. I'm guessing you could hear them. Maybe, I don't know.
A transport? I'm saved! Over here! Lock and load, little
Hi.
lizard.
Oh, then they stopped. Darn. That's no fun. It was Ellie. Yeah. I realized I said that after they got done, after she got done. I mean, honestly, you have a 50-50 anytime it happens because, like, Bella don't ever.
Arizona, got a candle made of stone.
So, like, yeah. Ellie do be meowing. Oh, dang. Oh, you introduced her to it. I've never seen it. But, at least one of my friends watches it, so I have it on good authority. It's a decent show. Never watched it. Not sure entirely how I feel about Gates, so like
Midnight at the Oasis.
fond of Stars, so like not sure. It's like
Bella, what are you doing? Hi.
it's like a sci-fi show, right? Like aliens and stuff, maybe, right? As far as I know. 'Cause like there's a Stargate that like teleports you to other planets, maybe. Gotcha. I can get down to some sci-fi. I just don't watch as many things as I would have liked. But like, I'm a huge Doctor Who nerd, and Star Wars. I've seen a decent bit of Star Trek. What else? I mean,
I'm saved! Over here!
a few things. Some less famous ones, but a few things here and there. So, what do we... And now it starts spinning. I do not know what causes that. It just, they don't. I don't know if it's like a graphical thing, but they just sit there for a while. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know why they're rainbow colored either, actually. And that's not a issue with my emulator. They're meant to be that rainbow color. It's just now that I look at them, I'm like, I can't actually... I can't think of a reason why they would be rainbow colored, right?
Lock and load, little
Like,
lizard.
thematically, that's a weird choice. And there's worms. I mean, it sounds like you really dig that show. That's a funny thing in sci-fi because like that's a problem that like people don't think about that often, right? Like it's just you kind of just expect it, or you know the aliens are speaking the same language, and most people just don't stop to question how that's possible. Just kind of like a quirk of sci-fi shows. I know a couple of them address that. Like a couple of them, the bigger name ones usually. Typically their solution is there's just like like Star Trek, they call it Galactic Standard. There's a like a language, an agreed upon language for most sentient life forms. So even if they have their own language, there's just like one that everyone agrees to use to talk to each other to make things easier. So like in D&D, that's an easy one too. It's called Common. So elves speak Elvish and dwarves speak Dwarven, but they also speak Common, so everyone can just talk to each other. Almost everyone, right? Periodically they'll bump into things that don't. Right, I you know, that's just common knowledge, Big. I don't mean to tell you, but you know, Egyptians invented space travel. You ever wonder why you don't see any Egyptian spaceships? It's because they're already in space. Silly goose. They left. They're gone. Doctor Who has a fun one though. Like I love the way Doctor Who handles it, because it's like in Doctor Who they go from planet to planet, and a lot of the planets they go to don't have space travel. He just shows up there. And like even in Star Trek, when they land on planets that don't have intergalactic travel, it's like okay, galactic standard's a thing, but how are they speaking the language? They didn't even know aliens existed until right now, kind of thing. In Doctor Who, it's like they'll go to different countries in like different points in time before English even existed. They'll go like planets on the other side of the universe, like yeah, right. And they explain it like the TARDIS that they fly around in has just this psychic link. When you fly in it, it gets in your brain and just like automatically translates for you. And while that's like kind of lazy, they went out of their like they made the effort to have an explanation as to how people can communicate with each other, and I think that's cool. It's kind of hand wavy, but at the same time, it's like, thanks for explaining it. It's a science fiction show about a guy traveling through time in a police box. Like, I'm willing to believe just about any explanation as long as you give me something, right? Oh man, there was Donna Noble. I love Donna. Donna's sassy Donna. She questioned it though. She was like, well, what if you said something in a different language to the person? So like she was in Pompeii talking to somebody, and she's like, well, what if I said something to them in Latin while it was translating? And the gentleman she was talking to, apparently she said something in Latin. They heard her say something in Celtic, and it was just the wildest thing. Donna just doing science for us. Police, I'm sorry. Oh, it won't happen again. It probably will. Alright, I mean, before we start a new level, it's probably a good place to... Let's save. Yeah. And I do need to feed my cats dinner. It's their dinner time. Alright, well. That in my room's really hot. What is it?
Can't eat. You can't eat. And you know eat rhymes with sweet. And I'm gorgeous over here, boy. We honeybees over here.
Thank you, Big.
He's licking my face.
I appreciate that. You're wonderful for that. Thank you. Hey, Ellie. Okay. When I stream, I can't have my air conditioner on, so like, oh, it's very warm in here. I'm gonna dip and probably eat some chocolate and feed my cats. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out, chatting with me. Blessed. Thank you. Make another save state in case I didn't. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully I see you around. I'm trying really hard to be on more often. It's tough out there. Been having a really rough time lately. Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you for hanging out. And hopefully I see you guys around.